Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Chandrika and this is Rika Life. Alright, so it is a new week. We are almost at the end of February, going into March now, and I have a make that I want to share with you. So you may have been hearing about Hexagon cardigans, and I've seen quite a few of them pop up on my social media, and I kind of just really wanted to make one. I had bought some Premier Hipster cotton yarn because I saw someone use that specific yarn for more of a mandala blanket project, and I fell in love with the colorway. So I had purchased 5 balls of it, and I've had it in my stash for a few months now. And then I think I was on Facebook and someone posted a hexagon cardigan they made, and then they linked the tutorial and said this is like the easiest tutorial out there. I went to the tutorial, I watched it, and I made it. And it was honestly, it wasn't that hard. And then there's just some sewing required at the end where you kind of join the pieces together. I've made a very basic one to start, so I've made 2 of these now. This is for my daughter's size. She is 7 years old, so I made one for her and one for her friend. Of course, as you progress with the hexagon cardigan, you can like change the sleeves, you can make it longer, you can make kind of ribbing or more of like a collar and center, like not ribbing, but you know what I mean, like just some more detail on the cardigan, which I haven't done today, but I just made a very basic one to start. So I'm going to share the yarn with you. And this is the yarn I use, Premier Hipster Cotton. It is 100% cotton. I'll show you the color. It's called Rainbow Roller Skates. I really fell in love with this color. It's 100% cotton. It is 229 yards or 210 meters, 3.5 ounces or 100 grams. And Rainbow Roller Skates, it's a light 3 weight, recommends an H or 5 millimeter hook. So I usually go up a hook size, but for this project, I actually went with the hook size that was recommended. So I used an H hook. And just to give you a look at the yarn a bit up close, so you can see it's a very soft cotton, and it's a lightweight number 3. Okay, so that's what the yarn looked like on the ball, and it looks even more amazing on the project. So I'm going to show you the hexagon cardigan. Let me just open it up here. Okay, I'm holding it the wrong way, of course. Here we are. This is my hexagon cardigan. This is what I made. So of course, this is not for my size. This is for a younger child. I made it like 7-year-old size. I just had my daughter try it on. These are 2 hexagons, so you can see the center of the hexagon there. And then I've just gone outside in granny clusters until I reached 14 rounds. And then the way you fold the hexagon, that's what makes it into this L shape, upside down L shape. And so you make 2 pieces that are an upside down L shape, and then you stitch the top to make that the sleeve. You stitch the other top to make that the sleeve, and then you stitch the center in the middle to make it into this cardigan. So I won't really try to put this on because this is not my size, but you can just see. On me, this would be like a crop top, but of course it's not going to fit me because it's not for my size. But the back looks really nice too. And unfortunately, my daughter wanted more of a crop top, and it's not a crop top on her. It actually goes right down to her waist. So I'm going to insert a picture or 2 here. I'm, of course, not sharing her face, but just to show you what this looks like. And I'll insert a picture of just the cardigan on its own as well, so you can see that more up close. But the colors came out so beautifully. There's no rhyme or reason. It's just the colors are all over, and I just love it. If you want to control the colors and you want both sides to look the same, of course you can do that as well. That's up to you. And then there are so many modifications that can be made to this. So after making this, I then went on to see a couple more tutorials. And then I found somebody referencing a pattern that was on Ravelry as kind of the original Hexagon cardigan. I think it was called a Campfire Cardigan. I'm going to link it below. So I've been looking at that as well. And that's on someone's website. And it has 3 parts to it. So I'm sure I could do a lot more. So for today, I wanted to share this one. And I'm so excited about this. I made 2 of them. And it fits my daughter so wonderfully. I show that to you up close. So these are just granny clusters. So you're just doing clusters in the clusters below. And when you get to the corner, you're making 3 double crochets. That is one way of doing it. There are likely many ways to do this. I feel like I'm going to play around with the tutorial I used, and then also the other ones that I've seen. And I really want to make one for myself. So sorry, I didn't mention. So for this, I used almost more than like 4.5 balls of the Premier Hipster cotton. So it comes to about, it's 230 yards. So I used 2, 4, 6, 8. I'd say between around 1,000 to 1,100 yards just for this size. So for myself, I'd be using more because for myself, I don't think I would just stop there. I would likely make more detail at the bottom going around. So I would be using more. I do have a yarn picked out for this for myself, and that is going to be Line Brand Mandala bonus bundle in the color, I want to say Gnome. No, I don't know. I'm going to put it here. I can't remember the color name right now, but I will put that down below. And that's the color I'm thinking of using. And it's a really, really beautiful color. I'll try and pop up a picture here of it just so you can see what I'll be working with. And I think the Line Brand Mandala bonus bundle is around 1,000 yards. So likely I would be using 2 cakes, and I do have 2 cakes of this. So I don't know if I want to start right away. There's kind of other projects that I'm starting, like that corner to corner mashup. I just started the blue one. And then I have 2 other side projects that I started, but I'm not very excited about them. So I like to work on stuff that I'm really excited about. Then I have 2 projects that are kind of like UFOs right now. I started them and they're just hanging out in my bins. So I'd say that's 2, 4, I have about 5 or 6 whips right now. But I want to make more cardigans. I'm really itching to make one more. Like I just want to make one for myself and be a little adventurous. So I'm going to spend some time this week to go through the tutorials that I mentioned, and I'll be linking them down below. And I really want to see if I can figure out how to make my cardigan longer, how to add the right sleeves, maybe even add a hood. I don't know if that's all possible with 2,000-ish yards, but I'll try to see how much I can do. I don't need a super long cardigan for myself, but I'd like something a little bit more substantial than like, I don't want to wear a crop top. I want it to cover my booty, so it'll have to be a little bit longer. So that is the plan for this week, to work on that. I also have some projects that I've been wanting to work on. So I wanted to make a tutorial for the C2C mashup, which I did, the corner to corner. I've just kind of made that a quick tutorial. I've gone through row by row and told you how to make it, so it looks like mine. So definitely check that out. That's my last video that I posted last week. And then I do want to make a square. So I want to design a square that can be then enlarged into a larger square and kind of, made into like a small blanket. So that's kind of a long-term project that I'd like to work on. And I think I really need to dedicate time to that during the weekdays because the weekends just get crazy with family stuff and just getting ready for the new week. So I need to dedicate some time to that in March. I really hope to be able to share that in March or April. I'm not really sure about the timeline right now, but yeah, you're seeing behind me some of those. That's my corner to corner mashup, and that's the shawl that I finished. So I do have, this whole bag is full of finished objects, and then on top, and then right there, I have some lime green yarn, and then I have like a watermelon pink yarn, and then I have like a crazy variegated yarn that I want to use all three of them together and create something. So far I was thinking of doing another corner to corner mashup. I'm not sure, but I'd really like to take those colors and make something of them together because they're so bright and they're so vibrant. And I feel like right now with spring coming, and especially right now in Houston, the weather is amazing. It's beautiful. I got a chance to go to the lake this weekend and I love it. Just absolutely love sitting by the lake, looking at the waves, the ripples, the sun just shining on the water. And it's so relaxing. It just like takes away all my worries. It was honestly a little windy, so I did take some videos, but I'm sure it's choppy. But I really enjoyed sitting there and the sunshine, the warm sunshine. So wherever you are, I'm wishing you get some sunshine this week, and I'll be taking in all the sun that I can. So that is what I have for today. I will hopefully also make a tutorial for a hexagon cardigan in the future. That is something I'll need to work on. So I have all these things happening in the background. I just realized that we're going to be in March and I haven't donated anything. I don't think I donated anything in February. I can't remember. But anyways, in March, I think I'm going to also pull out some yarn from my stash and again, start making hats for babies in the NICU and hats for cancer patients. Perhaps some small blankets also for the babies in the NICU. These are things that I really like doing every couple months. So it keeps me, I don't know, it keeps me like, I want to say it keeps me grounded. It just reminds me that, there are others who can benefit from what I'm doing. So a lot of what I'm doing is, a creative outlet, is artistry, is a way for me to express myself. But I think it's always really nice to give back and to be a part of that community and to share my talent. So that is one way that I feel I can do that. So I will be likely making a donation in the month of March. If you have any other ideas on things I could donate, so far the hats and the blankets for the babies have been very well received. And then I usually make beanies. I sometimes make shawls for the cancer patients, or scarves, but I know it's going to be getting warm here. Of course, the outside weather doesn't really matter when you're in the hospital because the hospitals are freezing. So that is why I make the hats for the cancer patients. But if you have any other ideas, or if you've donated something different than what I've just mentioned, definitely let me know in the comments because I'd love to hear your ideas and your suggestions, and perhaps make other things. I have made other kind of smaller amigurumi type flowers. I'll see if I can pop up a picture of that here. And those were very fun to make, and those were very well received as well. They don't take that much time, but it's just a matter of having those colors ready and having the stuffing ready. So it's a little bit of a assembly line of its own. But yeah, for this week, I hope that you have some really fun projects that you're working on. If not, check out my tutorials. I have a tutorial for a Dreamy beanie hat, a really fun hat that you can make in definitely less than an hour. I have a Dreamy mandala. So I love mandalas and I design my own. That is on my channel. can go to my channel, you can click on playlists and you'll see crochet tutorials. You'll see the Dreamy Mandala pattern. And then I also have a tutorial for corner to corner. And that is, I'm showing you how to start the corner to corner. And then I go through the different variations that you can use. So the different ways you can create a corner to corner and what you can do with it, what you can make with it. And then of course, the very last one, the newest one I've added to that tutorial playlist is the corner to corner mashup. And that is showing this blanket that I made and how to make it with 1 skein of a solid color and then 1 cake of the cinnamon swirl cakes. I went to Michael's and I absolutely loved the cinnamon swirl cakes, but I needed some inspiration, and I somehow, picked out one color from there and I just ran with it and I made this, and it has been so well received by all of you, and so I decided to kind of make a mini tutorial for it. So I've outlined how I made it, what rows, the row counts, and when to decrease. So I've given you all that information. I'm going to be following my own instructions as well for the second one that I'm making. So hopefully I'll be sharing that sometime in the month of March once I finish it. I had mentioned before that I'm working on a big blanket. So I'm working on a Bernat baby blanket project. And I still have quite a ways to go. I really wanted to finish that in the month of February, but I don't think that's going to happen. So that's still one of my ongoing whips, likely a long-term whip. But it feels so good to like have this whole bag of finished objects. It feels amazing. And now to be able, I think my daughter's going to wear hers to school, and we're going to gift this one to her friends so they can both wear it to school. And who knows what'll happen. Now she wants me to make cardigans for her teachers, and she's just like so excited, and she's asking me, do you have more yarn to make for more of my friends? And who knows what's going to happen. It's just going to be really fun. So I'm along for the ride, and I hope you keep watching my channel. There's lots more crochet content coming. I share the yarn I buy. I share patterns that I have used. I'm sharing my own tutorials. And of course, all the links are down below in the description box. You can follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. And of course, here I'm very active. I always try to post things every day. I post shorts and I post 2 videos a week. So definitely stick around. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and definitely like the videos that you watch so it can get sent out to other crocheters. So thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have a wonderful crochetful day, and I'll see you again soon.